Let's have a beautiful experience. In this video, we're going to talk about your assumption, how to naturally raise testosterone, your human growth hormone, and make your penis bigger. It's a beautiful thing. You gotta love it. All right, before we get started here, please do me a huge favor. Please ring the bell, subscribe to the channel, make sure you give me that thumbs up like Arthur Fonzarelli says. Hey, and of course, follow me on my social media. I go by Jesus_Detroit on my Instagram, Snapchat, I'm YOUNGDAYGO. And that's right, in this video we're talking about your assumption, because you know what we're all about here in the BCC, the Big Cock Consciousness, the Big Cock Collective, will help you manifest a bigger, thicker, wider, longer, stronger, and hotter penis, help you naturally raise your testosterone and your HGH. I'm a spiritual guide and a mentor here to expand your mind and increase your size. So without further ado, I'm here to tell you about your assumptions. And yes, as they say, as it's spelled, it makes an ass out of you and me. So that's something that you might know, and if you didn't, then I say salute. And for that, I'm gonna go ahead and put myself a little bit of goodness in me, some of that red vino, filling me up with them antioxidants. So for that, we say salute. And remember, whatever you're doing, always be on the good side no matter what, because essentially everything's perspective based anyways. And as long as you're on the right side of the tracks, the right side of the train, the right side of the flow, that's what's going to help you grow, and that's something you ought to know. Salute. Oh yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And you know me, always holding my accountability, and you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot. That's right, Mr. Larson, hitting it off right, telling you what's going on, getting lit. And I'm here to tell you, I've been back. And I don't know about you, but I tell you, man, in chaotic times, I tend to thrive. And you can go ahead and write that down, but I thrive at all times anyways. And when you're going with that type of flow and like that type of affirmation that I just said, it really resonates when you say it over and over when something shows itself. Like when you're in the time of chaos, is this madness, monotony, or whatever you might call this magic that we're in. I tend to say that, and it really, it really resonates. Like, you know what? I've been busier now than ever, and I feel, I feel tremendous about it. And I'm telling you, I'm inspired for this video today because of how much stuff has been coming my way, and talking about your assumption. And what it really comes down to, like I always say, getting out of your own way. And always, like, my favorite mantra of mine that I like to say is, if you want beauty to appear, you got to keep this clear. You got to be a clear conduit for growth. And today, like, I had a whole bunch of stuff going on. I had to fix my truck. And me, man, I'm a jack of all trades, master of none, but I'm always continuously growing. And, we're talking about manifesting a bigger penis and naturally raising that testosterone, make that huge piece of meat, swing at the knees, thrive to the pecs, making you your best. You know me, I got all the techniques that are continuously ongoing, growing, and always flowing, because I'm a conduit for this stuff, and I'm continuously incorporating different types of, exercise, different types of synergies, different types of ways that I can, incorporate the growth. And I'm here to share these with you. And when we're talking about naturally raising your testosterone, your HGH, and like I say, you can go the scientific route. Like I say, I don't discredit science, but I don't discredit magic. And scientific facts are going to talk about cortisol and how the stress hormone is no good for nobody. And I'm here to just help you, relax and understand that, you're a beautiful person as is. And I'm telling you, just smile more, because like I say, the smile is divine. It's made inside the mind. And when you're going with that flow, you're understanding that that's what we all come from anyways. And I always preach that, we're born from excitement, meaning the people that brought you here were excited to do it. Whether you're a surrogate, whether you know your parents or not, whether the story was based on a tragedy. I mean, the fact that you're here today, that's a beautiful thing. And for that, I got to say salute again. Reason to grab the wine. So you know what? Salute. I tell you, man, it's crazy. Your hair's flowing today. Skin's glowing. body growing, spirit knowing I'm doing something right. Salute. Oh yeah. So we're talking about your assumptions and, you know, what came to me today. And, you know, like I gotta fix my truck. And you sometimes as a man or as anybody really, you assume the worst instead of trying to figure out the simple solution. And that's really what this all comes down to. It's like there's always something so much easier right in front of your face, but you got to get out of your own way. And the fact that I'm so open to, you know, just checking myself and like, you know, I gotta listen. I gotta look at somebody else's perspective, no matter what I'm doing. Like I'm moving furniture. I know I'm rambling like a monkey in a tree. Forrest Gump analogy. I have to hit you with the movie quotes because I know you guys gotta be watching a lot of movies now if you're trapped in the home. But I've been moving around and I'm getting out there every single day, and I'm telling you, man, I'm thriving abundantly, and it's something that's been beautiful for me. But when we're talking about you know, getting out of your own way, there's always such a simple solution, and it's like I'm, you know, assuming the worst part, and it's just like, why do I gotta take apart my car right now when all I gotta do is add a little bit of, you know, add a little bit of fluid, a little bit of sealer, and you're bada bing, bada boom, done. And that's exactly what you gotta do. You gotta be able to have some fun. And like Moondog says, man, Matthew McConaughey, man, all right. I'm not saying that the world is conspiring for my happiness, maybe, but most importantly, I like to have fun, and fun is the gun. So never forget that, Moondog. You gotta always have fun, and then that's really the key to this all. And I really feel that the synergy and the connectivity that we have amongst one another, and being able to just, you know, just light it up, man. When you lift up your smile, when you lift up the gates, you are aiming up to you are giving praise and appreciation to your existence, man, because that's what we are. We are all made from energy, made from excitement, made from love. And whenever you're smiling, you're paying homage to that. And that's a fact that you got to be able to realize that you woke up today. And you know my favorite rhyme to go with, man, every single day, before my feet hit the ground, before I got a breath, I can recollect. You know the sound. This feels beautiful. Go ahead and take this breath with me. You're going to love this. I feel beautiful. I got a shot today because gratitude is the attitude, man. Every single day that you wake up, I got a shot. A shot at what? A shot at life. And that's something that you ought to know every single day that you woke up, man. Even no matter what's going on out there, you got to always keep it clear in here. Keep your spirits up. You're here to keep it rolling, keep it going, and keep it flowing. And that's what's going to help you. That's what's going to help you create the best existence of what you are. And understanding that, of course, there's collective beliefs and energies of, you know, naturally raising your testosterone and incorporating exercise to give you that extra size. And like I say, the most important thing, getting out of your own way, getting out ahead of it, keeping yourself on that neutral, you know, clear path that you can allow everything in. And the more fun that you have along the way, the better off you're going to be. Because if you keep yourself in a spiral of just what, you know, you got to always check your thoughts, man, because your mind is like a receiver of, you know, of whatever's coming to you. And if those thoughts that are coming in are kind of like, you know, just negative, just check that stuff. You know, like that's why, you know, a lot of these gurus and people are always going to preach about, you know, meditation, and, you know, like me, I teach, you know, masturbation for I teach masturbation for manifestation, and it's more of a meditative process. But when you're talking about, you know, true meditation, it's about, you know, disconnecting from your thoughts, and that's when you're able to get a moment of clarity in your mind, because the more that you practice letting go of the character and the thought forms that are coming to you every day, the better off you're going to be, and you're going to be able to, you know, you're going to feel more alive. And that's going to help you, you understand that we're beyond, you know, you're beyond this structure, you're beyond this beautiful avatar that we're in, and we're all connected at one point or another, at one way. And like I said, man, everybody out there is a form of yourself anyways, which is why I always say you got to love yourself, because if you ain't loving yourself, you ain't going to get it back. So you better make sure you're looking at yourself in the mirror saying, I love you how you doing? Whatever words that you got to say in your own flow to make yourself feel good and make yourself glow, it's going to definitely reflect on an everyday go. And it might not, I just hit me with the day go, man. I hit you with the, I don't know what it is, you know. It makes me laugh, the Italiano, Dago, Guido, you know, Wop, I don't want, you know, these slurs nowadays. Does it offend anybody? I tend to think, you know, growing up how I did, it was always like a badge of honor and a joke that we can share amongst the people that care. And that's, you know, kind of like what it all comes down to. And I got done watching Dave Chappelle with his beautiful Mark Twain award, and he's talking about comedy, and it was really, you know, it was really breathtaking. It gave me some goosebumps because, you know, he's talking about how stand-up comedy is one of the last, you know, forms of free speech. And, you know, that is, you know, that's very eye-opening, and I feel that, you know, I feel grateful that, you know, people like him are able to bless us with comedy, and, you know, people that will fight for it to be able to, you know, be that free form, because no matter what, somebody's going to get offended no matter what you do. Even Gandhi has haters, so never forget that. I mean, you know, if you're doing something right, somebody's going to tell you why you're wrong, which is why I say all truths are true. You just got to find the ones to make you. And that's what you got to do in this whole, you know, flow of life. Smile as much as you can, and when you're here to, you know, intend on growing, making yourself the best version that you can be, understanding that there's more that meets the eye, and that your size is, you know, created in here, and divine is already here. And when you're able to tap into the gods that exist, we're talking Priapus, Hercules, Zeus, we're talking about deities and entities that are essentially part of you, part of all of what we are, because we are all a reflection of one another anyways. And if you're able to tap into that power and put it into where it needs to go, and be able to understand that there's more than the traditional ways that you were raised, you're going to be able to have that, you know, that grease lightning. You're going to be an Italian tank. You're going to you're going to crap thunder and shit lightning, or whatever makes sense. Yo, absolutely. I just had to hit you with something right now, giving you a Rocky, you know, Balboa line. I said, you know, rest in peace, Mick. You know what I mean? I just had to get something that's making me smile. And yes, I might be feeling a little bit, you know, some type of way. I've been up for, you know, multiple hours, you know, couple days now, but I'm gonna be getting my sleep in. I sleep as I need it. You know, sometimes I gotta get that super hibernation. Other times, other times I just gotta keep it going, and it all depends on the day. And I definitely recommend everybody getting their sleep anyways, because that is definitely a power in itself. And I always, you know, talk about utilizing the construct before you go to bed, which is much like the Matrix loading screen. Like, you know, like that white, if you ever seen the Matrix, I'm sure you may or may not have, but what we're talking about is like that loading phase where you're talking about, you know, when Keanu Reeves is like, I need guns. Load me. And he loads them with all these guns. He loads you with everything you need, with the Kung Fu program and all that stuff. Before you go to bed, you are able to access this, and I'm always sharing that video, and at the end of this, you know, my thing here, you can always click on that and go through the archives. The construct is a beautiful thing. Before you go to bed, you can visualize the size and feel what you want to be. And that's something that, you know, you can bring, you know, tremendous results to you, because, you know, when everybody's utilizing at-home workouts and not being able to go to the gym, you really got to go within. And I already been going there, but I'm telling you what, ever since that shift happened, you know, it's like, you know, like if I take my head and switch it back, I pull it back, it's like a switch. Turning the machine. I had to hit you with an over-the-top line. What we're talking about is, you know, with this real shift of the at-home workouts, and, you know, of course, a lot of these, you know, fitness gurus and whatnot all have, you know, access to, you know, special gyms and whatnot, but there's ones that can't. And when we're talking about people that don't have that access, and they got to rely on doing, you know, body weight exercises and different ways of, you know, manifesting the growth, that's going to light up what you got to do. And like I say, if you never worked out a day in your life, anything and everything will work. And even if you're some just, standard gym rat doing what you do every day, it's a good break to get away from your traditional routine and understand that you can get a pump at the house because you're the one that creates the pump. And you know where I'm going with this. I might as well go ahead and flex and show you the muscle connection, because it's your mind that increases the size. It doesn't matter how many hours you've been up. It doesn't matter about what you've been eating. All that matters is if you keep believing and understand that Paramahansa Yogananda is the one that says, bringing, yoga here to the West, the one that says the mind is the wielder of muscle. Steve Jobs intends on all of us to read his book. And, he's the one that says the ones that believe they're crazy enough to change the world are the ones that do. For that, I say salute. I love you, Steve. That's a beautiful thing to know. And we're talking about this grow right here. We're talking about the mind and the muscle connection. Arnold Schwarzenegger talks about this, the pump. Yeah, when I'm pumping at the gym, and that's like I'm coming. He gets aroused in it because we are all created from sexual energy. And if you're able to incorporate sexual energy into your body, that is a spark plug, lightning type of explosion that you can just utilize. And when we're talking about incorporating your size, and we're talking about getting a pump in, it doesn't matter about how much weight that you're lifting. It matters about how much your mind is building, because it's your mind that is creating the size. And if you tell yourself a story that whatever, you need to lift X amount of weight in order to feel this type of pump, then that's what you're going to have to keep living. But I don't need any weights. I can just create at any given time. And I'm here to let you know that you can do the same. And I'm here to help you become your best version and understand the positive mantras along the way. Of course, Abraham Hicks, things are always working out for me. Make sure you're saying that when things are working out for you, just so you can get that, that beautiful confirmation back. But even saying it along the way anyways, because something is going to lead to something. Doors are always open, and that's a beautiful thing to know. Say something like that. Doors are always opening for me. Opportunities are always coming my way. And I don't know what I'm thinking of. You only got one shot. I'm sweating right here. I'm thinking about that, the 8 Mile thing, the Eminem thing. We only got one shot, one opportunity of a lifetime. Don't let it slip. But what we're talking about right now is getting ripped, getting that pump, getting that flow. And I'm right here in Detroit, Rock City. Long hair flowing, skin glowing, body growing, spirit knowing I'm doing something right. And I've got some sweat on my brow, sweat in my pits, and I'm feeling this pump, and I'm right here, up, getting lit, and I'm telling you that you can do the same at any given time when you really incorporate this into your exercise and you say some mantras and you really believe and you feel, because the feel is real. That's when you're going to understand that you are the magic. And that's why I always say I am magic, I am divine, and the universe is on my side. And then, of course, giving gratitude to the beautiful bodies that we already have. I am so happy and grateful that my huge, beautiful muscles are growing bigger, harder, stronger, more defined, abundantly. And then, of course, for that huge piece of meat down there, you say, I'm so happy and grateful that my huge, beautiful penis is growing bigger, wider, thicker, longer, stronger, and harder, abundantly. And then, of course, whenever you get one last rep out, you go ahead and you scream and you shout and just go ahead and feel this magic, just feel this power, because you have it at any given time. We all come from energy, we all come from love. So go ahead and have some fun and just feel every second of the grow. I am magic, I am divine, and I can increase my size. Oh yeah, 2020, getting lit, getting ripped, getting huge. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful flow. Whew. Gotta love that, man. Dripping that sweat, feeling anabolic. Just creating energy out of anywhere, because energy is neither destroyed nor created. You just gotta grab that and ride the lightning at any given time. I'm here to make you understand that you got the power within you. So for that, I say salute. I say I love you. Look at that beautiful heart. You know where we're coming after this. Power of love, man. Huey Lou didn't lie. Got this long hair flowing today, man. Moon's in Virgo, Leo. Beautiful things that happen. So for that, we're talking about my matrix hack I always got to share. No matter where you're at, no matter who comes across your mind, if you hear somebody on the other line of the phone, no matter what, whether you ever thought about somebody later, just intend on that person, that soul, to have a beautiful day, to feel love in some kind of way, and you just hacked the matrix. You just made the world a better place. You are filling it full of love. You are giving the love back to yourself because you're throwing it out there. It's the yin and the yang, the wu-wei flow. You know how I go, the path of least resistance. And that's something you ought to know. And I'm telling you, man, my dreams have been super lit, super profound in this time. And you know me, when I go to sleep at night, my mind is dripping that DMT. Joe Rogan, and I ain't got a snort for it, jab a vein for it. All I got to do is sleep. And I'm battling out in the astral realms. I'm feeling all kinds of things. Dude, I'm telling you, some of my dreams they're profound, man. There was like a Terminator 2 one that I had the other night. It was like a whole bunch of different movie like studios got together. It was like, yeah, and Arnold's talking, we got Universal, he was talking about all these other places. And we actually had Eddie Furlong, you know, John Connor, when he was actually a little kid. It was, dude, I'm telling you, super lit. I don't know, I might want to save that one in the bank a little bit. You never know. And I'm blessed I get to have these dreams when I'm going to sleep at night. I mean, Netflix ain't got this one yet, but it was on Netflix in my head, and I'm just recollecting that right now. And sometimes that's how a dream comes out when you talk about it later. So write down whatever you can about your dream and any time in the day, and then talk about it more. And you're gonna find things about it that you knew that you had at the time. And then you're going to be able to unlock some of the, you know, it's like the Hansel and Gretel, you know, breadcrumbs. But anyways, you know me, it's about time for me to get out of here. It's time for me to go, time for me to grow. Make sure you guys hit me up in the BCC. Make sure you guys drop me a line, you know, really seriously email me. I'll put a program for you together. We can have Skype sessions. I'm here to help you grow. I'm here to help you become your best version. I'm here to help you spread some love. And most importantly, I'm here to help you have some fun. So make sure you're checking out my on the social media. Check out C. Taking care of the neighborhood. My wolf and my bear are always there. They're doing beautiful. And yes, man, I'm here for you. So make sure you guys, you know, follow me. And like I said, I love you guys. I'll be around, and you know, we're gonna have plenty more beautiful experiences to come. So for that, I say peace, love you, see you around.